Guyana's rice farmers can expect even higher yields through the application of nano fertilizer, a superior formulation of fertilizer that is expected to promote rapid growth and development of the rice plants. This past week, the Ministry of Agriculture, through the Guyana Rice Development Board, launched nano urea fertilizer during a simple ceremony at the GRDB's Burma Research Station at Burma, Maikoni. Nano fertilizers are nutrient formulations using nanomaterials to create particles between 1 and 100 nanometers in size. Their small size, large surface area, and high mobility allow for controlled and gradual release of nutrients, improving plant absorption efficiency and reducing nutrient loss as compared to traditional fertilizers. This makes them more efficient and a sustainable alternative for crop nutrition, helping to reduce cost and environmental pollution. Speaking at the launch of this latest innovation, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa said nano fertilizer will be a game changer for the local rice sector, one that will reduce costs, improve soil health, and increase yields in fields across the country. Minister Mustafa said the new fertilizer represents another milestone in government's effort to modernize agriculture and equip farmers with cutting-edge technology.
We heard from the technical person who spoke just now, including Dr. Rao, that this investment in this type of fertilizer will do a number of things for the rice industry. And as I said, that we have to change our culture, change the way we do things. And if we can do that, then we will have better yield, we will have better production, and we will have a larger profit margin. And you will ask me why I'm making these statements. Now, I am making these statements against the background that throughout the rice industry, our cost of production is too much. And we have to ensure that we work to reduce that cost. And the government has been playing a large part to help farmers to reduce that cost of production. That is why you have seen over time that we have implemented a number of measures so that we can work with farmers, first of all, to reduce their costs, and at the same time, work with farmers to have more money in their pocket, have more disposable income. So, investment in this nano fertilizer, as I said, will be a game changer for the rice industry. We have seen rice production increase from 559,789 tons in 2021 to 725,282 tons in 2024. And we are moving further. I'm hoping at the end of this year that we can see rice production reach the 820,000 tons mark. And when you look at the lands in our country, the number of acreage that we have been cultivating, we have not increased that amount drastically. This tells us a story that the GRDB research section is doing something right. They are bringing out new varieties of rice. We have seen 3 varieties already launched in 5 years. We have seen the GRDB 16, the GRDB 18. We have seen the biofortified rice. Those three new varieties, I'm still talking to them to bring out better varieties, high-yielding varieties. We are looking also to develop varieties that can withstand the salty conditions sometimes that exist in our industry. When we have drought-like weather condition, sometimes the salt tolerance is so high that farmers' production level have been affected severely. Places like the Wakenham, the Legwan area. So we are working to ensure, and that is why over the years we have seen the budgetary allocation increase tremendously.
According to Minister Mustafa, while government has been investing heavily in agriculture, and more particularly in the rice sector, the cost of production continues to be exorbitant due to several factors, key among which is land rental fees being charged by unscrupulous persons.
And one of the main costs, or the largest costs attached to the cost of production, is land rental. In 2019, 2017, 2018, this scheme, the MMA scheme, they have approximately 120,000 acres, lands that are available. I think one time or recently they cultivated close to about 100,000 acres. Land rental and D&I charges moved from $3,500 to $15,000. I remember when I was an MP for the opposition, I spoke in Parliament at a bill we took to Parliament to reduce or reverse the land rental and D&I charges. Although we had a robust debate in the Parliament, at that time the government passed the bill, and many farmers in this scheme were unable to pay their rental charges, the land rental and D&I charges. We said when we get back into government, we will reverse that. And we did. We got into government in August, and in October we reversed the land rental and D&I charges from $15,000 to $3,500. But what's the reality? Let's talk about it. The reality is people own the land, people who got the lease for the land, paying $3,500 for acre land for both D&I and land rental charges, but they're charging $35,000 and $40,000 for 1 acre of land. And sometimes the farmers themselves are responsible because they run racing one another to get the land. They run racing one another. So I'm working now with the Attorney General Office because we have in the statute, we have in the legislation a rice assessment committee, and you all know about the rice assessment committee. And I was going through the statute, and there is a formula. There is a formula in that statute, and we are very fortunate now because our Director General is a lawyer, and I will utilize his service more now to legally. But I am still also working very closely with the AG to see how we can implement that formula. You know, I made a statement not too long ago when I was at the MMA office, when we had a gathering like this. I have already instructed the board to look at those persons because in the lease arrangement that we have here, there is a clause to say that you can sublet your land. And majority of the farmers who own the land or who have leases for the land, they are subletting the land at exorbitant costs. And you, the farmers who stay in this country, who are trying to develop this country, are the one paying the high costs. And when you look at the variables, when you look at the various costs, land rental and D&I charges from the MMA is $3,500. Rental for land from farmers or landlord, as you want to term them, $45,000. And when you look at 15 acres, I was just talking to the manager just now. He was just doing a rough calculation for me. In one area, Blackbush Polder, farmers are paying as much as $46,000 per acre. A plot of land which is 15 acres costs $700,000 for rental. And that is the first thing you have to take out from your profit when you get your money to pay the landlord. So we have to deal with this situation.
Minister Mustafa explained that cost of production has to be properly managed if farmers are to stay solvent in the business of rice production. He said Guyana's rice has to compete in a global market with countries that are more competitive in the break-even prices they can offer. According to the Agriculture Minister, this is the issue that is affecting farmers today, the low prices being offered them by millers.
All of us know that our country depends also to compete internationally. I have been having regular meetings with the millers so that we can address the issue of the price. As a government, we want the farmers to enjoy the highest price. And you know that yourself because you know that we have made contribution and we have tried our utmost to ensure that we have that. Again, in the coming days, I will be meeting once again with the farmers. In some areas, we have different prices. The highest price in some, like Region 6, we have $2,800, $2,900, $3,000. In SEQ, we got low as $2,300, which can work. So I'm continuing to meet with those millers and with the optimism that we will have an increase. I am working with them. I am constantly meeting with them. I am hoping in the coming days I will meet again with the Rice Millers Association. But when you look at the world, what is happening in the world? The price for grain, especially rice, has declined drastically. India alone has dumped in the world market almost 20 million tons of rice. We hardly producing, we can't meet 1 million yet. We have tried to meet 800,000 this year. Imagine 20 million and other places in Asia. So we are working, but we are ensuring also that we deal with this matter. And I will be meeting for those millers who are anticipating and they say they want it. I will be meeting with the rice millers again in the new week. I have summoned a meeting with them, hoping that we can have an increase. But we have to work together because what we have been doing, the president spoke about the rice integrated system. All those mechanisms we will have to put in place. Those will be new things that we'll have in place. So when we talk about changing the way we have been doing things, we have seen what we have done. We have increased the yield. We have increased production. We have given more subsidies to the farmers. The farmers today are, for the first time, we have seen, we never turn our backs against the farmers. We never closed the door on the farmers. We never fail to talk to our farmers or inform them what is happening in the industry. But we will continue. We will continue to fight for increased prices for the rice farmers. We will support you and we will continue to do that. And I'm hoping at the next meeting of GREMA, the Guyana Rice Millers Association and the Ministry of Agriculture, GRDB, we can have some movements.
The introduction of nano fertilizer to the local rice sector will immediately lower costs in this regard. It is good for the environment and is way more potent than traditional fertilizers. Nano fertilizer is a product of India and signals the collaborative efforts of the government of Guyana and India towards ensuring food security. Speaking earlier at Tuesday's event, Director of the Industrial Energy Efficiency Division at the Energy and Resource Institute, TERI, Dr. Narasimha Rao, said the company is grateful for the government of Guyana for its commitment to advancing innovative technologies within the agriculture sector.
After multiple rounds of discussions between the GRDB, TERI and Zuari Farm-Up, it was agreed the government of Guyana would procure the product at India's market price, the nano urea. However, due to short supplies in India, the Zuari Farm-Up initially faced the export challenges in supply. To resolve these, the company has secured an exclusive export permit for the government of Guyana from the Ministry of Fertilizer, Government of India. The product branded Nano Power Nano Urea is specially packaged for the GRDB under the Ministry of Agriculture. The marks not only just launch of new product, but the beginning of transformative shift in agricultural practices in Guyana from the initial testing to widespread farm adoption. One of the most remarkable features of nano urea is its efficiency. A 500 ml bottle equivalent to a traditional 50 kg conventional urea bag. This represents a significant reduction in weight, volume, transportation cost, makes it both environmentally and economically advantageous. Then nano urea offers a competitive edge in all respects of fertilizer applications by integration nano fertilizers with the conventional farming methods. TERI estimates a potential of 50% reduction in the conventional fertilizers in medium term, signaling a crucial move towards the sustainable and eco-friendly agriculture. Its applications involves spraying nanoparticles directly onto the plant leaves, ensuring the precise nutrient delivery, reduced wastage, and minimum environmental impact and enhanced crop yields. In addition to the rice, nano urea is suitable for a wide range of crops, including vegetables, soybean, sugarcane, fruits like banana, papaya, watermelon, millets, turmeric, and floriculture. To ensure the sustainable and continuous supply of nano fertilizers, including the nano urea in Guyana, TERI has also expressed its readiness to establish a local production facility here itself in Guyana for the region, for the Caribbean region.
Farmers present at the launch were loud in their praise of nano fertilizer and its effectiveness in increasing their yields during the trial.